Well, I'm here at the old Idaho State Penitentiary. That's right. I've been jailed. And from what you can see, the grounds are pretty nice. Of course, the prisoners didn't get to enjoy these, or very rarely. But yeah, I thought I'd come down here and check this place out. Alright, so you have this rose garden courtyard here, like we just saw a little bit of it a little bit ago. Pretty nice. And then over here, you got the dining hall, designed by George Hamilton. Boy, that guy was just full of talents. Famous actor of the 70s, and I didn't even realize, well, no, I guess it's a different George Hamilton. But here's the dining hall. Let's take a look at that. Oh, wow. What a really cruddy dining hall. Stay in school, kids. Don't go to jail. All right, so I think I'll just kind of loaf around here for a little bit. Just enjoy the prison atmosphere. Oh, no loafing in this area. Well, hey, you know what? I don't see no guards around. So I think I'm gonna loaf. There's not a thing anyone can do about it. Oh man, this place is getting to me. It's starting to get to me. I don't know how long I should stay in here. I feel like I'm doing hard time. Now, if you're interested in visiting the old Idaho State Penitentiary, it costs $8 for adults, $6 for seniors, and you get a $1 discount if you're a AAA member. And then kids were, oh, I forgot to look and see how much it was for kids. I think it was $4. All right, from 1893 to 1894, inmates quarried rock from the foothills and built the prison walls. That's how they used to do things in the old days. It's like, okay, you're incarcerated, you're in jail, now build the prison that will house you. Today, everyone's too nice. We'd never think about doing things like that today. In 1953, inmates dug an escape tunnel here. They began digging in a storage shed that has since been removed, and were within 6 feet of freedom when a guard discovered their attempt. Wah, wah, wah. All right, let's see what's over here. Well, they had inclusiveness in this institution. So this is, I didn't see what this room was called, but they have some information here. There is a women's ward here. So you've got some, that's in a separate building. And you got some information on some of the inmates, as well as the prison staff. Hey, you had global representation in this here prison. People from all over the world came to visit jail. Oh boy. This guy, Angus. I'm going to jail. I'd just like to see a road trip movie with these two guys. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? All right. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Well, you can never have enough representation and inclusiveness in your prison. So let's take a look over here. 50 states, 50 inmates. Yeah, this is definitely a fun, if you're in Boise area, that's definitely a fun way to spend the afternoon. Kind of come give yourself a self-guided tour of this place. It's kind of fun. I like things like this. Any of you ever been to Alcatraz? I haven't been there in a long time, but that's the king of all prison tours. And that's a self-guided one too. Well, I may have to go up there one of these days. All right. Faces of the Idaho State Penitentiary. You see what they did there? There's a mirror trying to get you to frame yourself. See what I did there? Yeah, you love it. Okay, this building we were just in, it was the trustee dorm. Originally used as a carpenter shop, later housed the trustee inmates, and eventually served as a library. So this is where we just were. And yeah, you bring in the kiddos here. Parental discretion advised. Some of the stories here are a little bit rough. Oh hey, I'm going to jail. Yippee! All right, here we are towards the rear of the prison. And there's the trustee dorm. And then this is the shirt factory building. All right. 1923, the inmates completed the construction on this building to be used as a shirt factory. It's pretty interesting. All right, there's some gruesome stories. I don't know if you saw that one on there. It's like, wow, I found this guy rolled up in a gym mat after a riot. Bludgeoned and stabbed. Lovely. This looks like it was one of the newer buildings. We'll have to see if we have any signage on that one. You can kind of, you can see a difference between that one and then these back here. Again, you know, this prison's been used since the 1800s, late 1800s. Right, this here is the laundry room. Again, no loafing, no sitting on the mangled tables. Oh yeah, you get mangled. That's probably a safety thing there. Here are the dryers. Wonder if any prisoners got stuck in there before. Here's something that's interesting. The mismatched socks were tied here until they could match them up again. Again, this is the mangler, the mangle, used for laundering sheets. 2 rollers wring water from sheets while pressing and flattening them. And yeah, no loafing on the mangler and no blankets. And in here we've got the extractor. Boy, that sounds like a new action movie coming this summer. Coming this summer, the extractor. This is what they use to remove excess water from clothing previously washed. Then over there is where the showers were. All right. You know, there's no air conditioning here, and it's like in the 90s outside, and yet it's cool in here. And I'm guessing that's because of the walls are all made of stone, and it insulates the cool air from the night. That's pretty cool. Yeah, here are the showers. All right. Let's see what we can find next. That's nice and cool in here. There's a barber cell. All right. You gotta allow stricter supervision by the guards. The barber shop was moved into individual cell houses in the late 1960s. Hair had to be neat, not below the upper edge of a shirt collar, and sideburns not below the lobe of the ear, and trimmed to avoid bushiness. That was the 1972 inmate rule. So you get a good look, if you come here, you get a good look at some of these prison cells here in this cell block. A 1972 prisoner rule book. When the cell house lights come on, you are to rise promptly, wash, dress, clean your cell, and make your bed neatly in accordance with approved methods. At the signal, open the door, step out, close the door without slamming. They had very strict rules that they had to live by. So that's one of the cell blocks. Of course, you've got upstairs as well. This part is very reminiscent of Alcatraz. Very similar structure. Here's one of the older cell block buildings. We've been getting some outside shots of these, and you can see that this one is 3 stories. Put a lot of prisoners in here. Here I am on the 2nd story of this old cell block. They won't let you go up to the 3rd story, but you can come upstairs here. We see what the 2nd story looks like. Nobody knows the trouble I feel. All right, time for me to get out of here. Starting to feel like I'm locked up, like these walls are closing in all around me. Across from another building, you've got this one, which is way older. Just look at the doors on those cells. So this is old school prisoning here. Oh, bunk beds. They called these honey buckets. No. Honey buckets were what the toilet was. I thought that was a funny name for these bunk beds, but no, the honey buckets were where they went to the bathroom. And then they had to leave their cells, dispose of the waste in a privy. Ew. That's not pleasant, but that's why you don't want to go to jail, kids. All right, let's see what else we can find. Well, here's the yard. Boy, I wonder what this thing is. Oh, it's a basketball court. I should have known. All right, let's go in this building over here. Oh, this is maximum security. All right, let's see if this looks any different. Oh, the gallows upstairs. Okay, we're gonna have to take a look at that. All right, so here are the maximum security cells. This is perfect. This will be the highlight of the tour. Save it for the last part of the video. And again, you've got 2 levels here. Cells are a lot smaller. Well, because they were individual. Looked like the other cells you had like you had a roommate. You've got the another block here on the other side, and you got the hallway in the middle. So of course guards could monitor the prisoners. And then you've got the other side here. So again, this is maximum security. Now I want to go check out the gallows because it looks like they let you go up there. All right. Here's death row. Walking the mile. All right. And your death row cells here. This is Raymond Snowden's cell. While in prison, Snowden wrote letters to his family in Massachusetts. He filled his days with crossword puzzles and occasionally visited with the penitentiary chaplain. He was executed October 18th, 1957. Let's see, is there anything behind here? Nope. So they had a small death row back then. And let's take a look at the witness room. This is where people could witness the execution. And so you've got some information here about executions in Idaho, stories of the hanged 10. And there's that. Ray Snowden, we just saw his cell. And then here, oh, you don't want to look at me, or Snoopy, that's kind of weird. There, the gallows. So they did this inside. And then the witnesses could sit here and view the whole thing. And then over here, we have the drop room. And so there's the gallows trap door and wait stop. This is the drop room. I took the slow way down. All right, 12:20 a.m., October 18th, 1957, 2 doctors pronounced Raymond Snowden dead in this room. The hearse outside the double doors transported his body to a Boise funeral home, and he was buried in the prison cemetery the next day. All right. You've had the grand tour of the old Idaho State Penitentiary. Well, I best be moseying along. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're ever in Boise, Idaho, definitely worth a visit to the old Idaho State Penitentiary. All right, have a good one, everybody. And don't do the crime, because it would be wrong.